Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been your true and welcome to the grand finale of Stellaris. As it turns out, the possible run. I'm as surprised as you are. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here, because as you can see, the Scourge still controls, a decently large part of the galaxy. They are still the largest empire flipping going, so let's not count our chickens before they've actually hatched. But last episode, yeah, they were not contained, and then we recontained them, and we have killed an awful lot of Scourge. We have taken an awful lot of space back. So, today, we just need to finish the job. Step 1, we need to make sure containment is secure. Because at this point, they've only really got access to 2 L gates. And L gates, yeah, if I could just make sure they don't have access to any L gates, I wouldn't need to bother guarding L space anymore, which would free up a lot of fleets for me to start wrapping these guys up a lot faster. And thankfully, actually, they don't occupy a single L gate system anymore. These guys have managed to take back, who's that, by the way? That's the Spuxulax, and then the Cinemators, yeah, they've taken over this territory over here. So, all I need to do is make absolutely sure that stays out of their possession, and we're in good shape. And flip me, the rest of the galaxy is really starting to wake up and get involved. I love it. Although I can't help but notice, hang on. Is that a world that hasn't actually fallen yet? Oh, flip, it's almost fallen. There's only 3 pops left and they're being purged right now. Don't worry, guys, I'm coming to rescue you. Deploy the nearest transport fleet. And how long is that going to take to arrive? Moving. Okay. That's, oh, blimey, okay. That's just a handful of, actually, it's not that bad at all. Warp straight over there. Loop around. Okay. We might actually be able to get there in time to flipping save these bastards, though they might be about to go and save themselves. Okay, before we start mopping up this bit of space, key thing we need to check here. We cannot lose our space again. Retaking it was like, the entire flipping point. So, I'm just going to go, knock down and check every single one of these systems, just to be absolutely sure there's not a Scourge fleet just chilling out over there, ready to jump in and take us out. And that's worth doing anyway, because, yeah, there's another 2 nanites over in Tadasca. So that's definitely a good idea. Right, Pegasus and Phoenix, you guys just split off from the main group here, and yeah, just start doing the rounds and picking up what you can. So together that should be about, 300,000 extremely long range, and they should be able to take out these platforms before, the platform even knows what to do. So these guys aren't actually going in with, yes, I know there's rising unemployment, I'm sure it's fine, here are some more benefits. Yeah, there we go. That thing's going to be knocked down before they even get into range of us. That's absolutely lovely. Maybe a tiny light knock, but nothing major at all. So you guys go and take care of that. Move straight on. Diddly diddly dee. Oh, planetary invasion is now underway. I think we've actually just managed to... yep, we have just saved that planet. You guys are flipping welcome. Okay, well that's going on over in L space. No reason not to push on a bit over here. So... I see 1 fleet over in... no, 2 fleets in this direction. What are you guys doing, by the way? You are both heading south. Right, they might be sending more at us just yet, so maybe, for the time being, we just hold in Diapharu. Then again, you know what? There's not really much point. You guys, push on if you'd be so kind. Get over to Gillis. And yeah, just meet these guys halfway. I think at this point we can very comfortably start mopping up whatever's left. Though, just in case, send the Death Star back to Ospra just for safety. Yeah, these fleets are definitely coming to meet us here, so that's absolutely fine. You guys come over here. Let's just meet them over in Heneri. We'll take them both out there. No sign of anything else as far as I can see. But you guys may as well just, keep moving forward, take more stuff for me. I see no reason why we shouldn't help ourselves to some lovely, valuable systems here. There we go. Force number 1 of 400,000 coming in towards Heneri right now. Artillery fleets on the move. More food coming in because... actually, that's good. Food, for some reason, was at a very slight deficit. There's some admin capacity. I'll be taking some of that, thank you. No, I don't want to join your stupid Federation. Go away. Not yet, anyway. Come back to me when the Federation DLC comes out. We can talk then. And there goes that station. Absolutely lovely. You guys just, gather right here in the center. Those guys should be arriving from Polgera any flipping minute. Yep, speak of the flipping devil, so we can just take them out. Obviously, outside of our home territory, we're not as strong, but I feel like we're in good enough shape, guys. You really should be getting involved, by the way. Everybody who can get involved should get involved, because if nothing else, you know, the screening force does have a purpose in existing, and okay, you guys got a bit ahead of yourselves there. Ouch! We've actually lost... Did we just lose a Titan? Flip, I think we just lost a Titan. Okay, this is why we don't get too cocky. Titans are really bloody expensive to replace. Oh, and here's fun. There's actually a damaged Star Brood over here. And I think... Okay, it's going to be able to win, but there's a lot of stuff over here. They're walking into... Oh. They're walking into a bit of a bad neighborhood, actually. Okay, I know there's actually a fight going on right now featuring me, but this is sort of interesting by itself. And by the way, who's that? That's... Oh, that's okay. You're just taking out L-Space. That's fine. You just crack on, please. Also, the flipping Awakened Empire here to lock down L-Space before I can, because if they do, I'm going to be really annoyed. Okay, this time, guys, when they show up, I want everybody getting involved, including, you know, the screening force, because your job is to... Wait, where's the screening force? Oh, I'm just sending nothing but artillery at this point. Oh, no, hang on. There is one screening force up front. And this is what they're for. They slow them down, they keep them nice and in place, everything's lovely. Okay, L-Space has been officially marked as clear. We know for certain there is nothing hiding here. This is good. And everyone else is running to try and steal it from me, but that's fine. I get terminal egress, that's where the glory is. Ah, now this is interesting. A significant fleet has just shown up from... Ooh, by any chance, are you new fleets that just spawned in? Because... You're looking... Yeah, you're looking very brand new. Okay. You seem to be heading for... L-Space. Okay. Interesting. Are you guys interested in going to respond to that? It looks like you are, actually. Well, this is very interesting indeed if all of you guys are about to go in and assist. Because if you'd like to go in and assist, I might be willing to go and help myself. There's an L-gate right here. Okay. How many forces do I have standing next to the L-gate right now? A lot. An awful lot. So, you know what? I'm feeling pretty confident. You guys are ready to go in. But I want these guys to actually arrive first because, just for once, I'd like to not be doing the heavy lifting. I'd like everybody to have a chance to be involved. And bloody hell, it looks like everyone else wants that opportunity too. That's lovely. Oh, they're piling out of the gateways as well. Okay, so we've got 46,000 right there. We've got another 40,000 over here. Oh, guys, come on. If you could win this by yourselves without... Oh, there's so much more. There's so much more. This isn't even me. That's the flipping Awakened Empire. I'm not getting involved. I am going to let them win one battle by themselves. It will be good for morale if they're able to win a fight without me actually getting involved. There's another 42,000, that's the Bavia. The Bavia, my old friends have shown up. Oh, and that's the Spark Shellax over there, I'm pretty sure. We've got, oh my goodness, they're doing it. They're actually flipping doing it. They're doing a marvellously good job. Well done. Well done, you magnificent bastards. Down to 90,000, 73, 72. They've got the superior technology. They've got flipping Titans and battleships and all sorts here. Oh, guys. They don't even need me on that side of the galaxy. They flipping got this. Alright, all forces have returned to L-Space at terminal egress, so time to make sure they never get back in. Best way to do that would be, yeah, traveling to this L-gate and just starting to mop up a little bit. So you guys head over there, get into that system, knock over that base, and where's the other one? Ooh, there's another one coming in right here. Now at this point, do I want to get involved? Honestly, I don't think I actually need to, because the galaxy is responding. Like when these guys show up, everybody just dives into a gateway immediately and actually comes to assist. So, honestly, I feel like they flipping got this. They don't even need me anymore. And that's so nice. Like, you know, it would be one thing if I personally dragged the galaxy kicking and screaming to salvation, but that's not what's happened at all. The galaxy has actually stepped up. It's defending itself. It's fighting back. I'm not alone. I'm part of a big galactic community. A friendship, you will, led by me, but not just me. A Snivlet friendship, in fact. Oh, everything's just absolutely lovely. Another one over here. This fight's not going as well, to be honest. Okay, you know what? I'm willing to assist. I am perfectly willing to assist as more is coming in. All forces back to the L gate, then into like a different L gate. Though, hang on, more reinforcements are piling in too. That's another... That looks like a lot, by the way. That's... Actually, it's only 18,000, but yeah, technology across the galaxy is going very, very well indeed. Oh, those missiles. Those missiles are devastating to the Scourge because they have literally no point defense. And missiles are kind of balanced in this game, assuming that, you know, point defense is a thing. You guys are taking a bit of a battering, but they seem to be... Where are they going now? Oh, they're going over here to... Oh, guys, you flipping got this, don't you? You've 100% got this. Well, in that case, screw it. I'm not getting involved. There's no reason to. You guys have actually got this, and I'm kind of really enjoying watching you pull it off. So, down to 167,000. I think, yeah, these here are the fleets that the game just spawned for the Scourge. And the AI's flipping destroying them. Oh, this is... The tide has turned. This isn't just me defending the galaxy. This is everybody together. Even if we're not in the same federation. In comes even flipping more. Last flipping few being taken out right now. Oh, there we go. They're going pop. Oh, I love it. I just love it. So many different fleets, so many different technologies and species and all sorts. And they're just, wow. They're going hunting. There's more they want to do yet. Okay, the forces that were guarding Diaphru are heading north into this space where they originally arrived. So, I don't know what's hiding back here. And yeah, I've discovered a few more fleets. So, they've definitely got a little bit more strength than I thought. But these fleets seem very passive indeed. They're just basically chilling out, doing nothing of interest. So we should be able to pick them off one by one. There's also, yeah, some of the first planets they ever infested back here. So that fleet's doing that. The fleet, meanwhile, that was actually guarding L space, that is, I believe, just successfully, yeah, cleared out the last of the Scourge territory that is around the L gate over here, around former... Damana, that's what they were called before the Bavir ate them. The Damana. Though they weren't eaten, they were just, you know, integrated. They were vassals who were integrated. It wasn't bad in any way. So yeah, this means these forces can now join up with all of this stuff around here and start tearing all of this apart, which is lovely. And also, I think the reason you guys are... Yeah, you guys are just sort of stuck here because you seem to be getting confused by this world. So I might send my planet cracker over there to assist. Because it feels like, yeah, they're just kind of getting stuck here because they don't know how to deal with that planet. If I was to actually shield that for them, they might start going on the attack and proactively clearing out a lot of this territory on my behalf, which would be very useful. For the time being, though, we're a little bit busy because, yes, we're actually shielding this world right here. How big was this place? Not very big because, yeah, there were only ever 8 buildings on it. So, this was a small world, but still... A lot of people died. Every single district was actually filled up. So, maybe they just never developed it properly. But, yeah, sorry about this. But you are already dead. So hopefully you don't mind that much. Also, we've got nanites back in the Empire. Meaning, we can now have nanite transmuters back on the menu. Love it. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Now that world's been taken care of, I'm going to send my pacifier over here to assist with this business. Because I have a feeling, once this world's been taken care of, because, yeah, you're doing a very bad job devastating it, you're going to be willing to move on and be very, very useful to me indeed. Then again, one of the northern fleets has just started moving. You know, you're moving straight towards, yeah, Bibtox, which is precisely where I am. Sorry, Bidtox, in fact. So... Yep, we're waiting for you right now. We'll gladly intercept you. You'll be slaughtered. Then we can just keep on keeping on. Third fleet round here, actually. Maybe they've got a bit more than I was thinking up here. But that's fine. If these forces are trapped back here dealing with this fleet, then my friends down here are going to be totally 100% safe. And in they come. All forces move in, please, including the screening forces. Huge amounts of artillery fire come in. There is the initial exchange of artillery, down to 239. Second exchange of artillery, and yeah, they're starting to go down. That's good. That's better right there. Well done, Corvette. Good screening. Job done. Oh, hello. I think we've accidentally landed right on top of an enemy fleet there, which I wasn't expecting. Oh, blimey. Okay, we're going to take some casualties here. Luckily, we've got plenty coming in here. Yeah, that's a little bit on the unfortunate side. I walked over north here, and I guess there must have been someone waiting for me. I didn't see them. Not sure how I didn't see them. They weren't there a second ago. They must have arrived from this system just as I was jumping. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'm guessing we lost. Yeah, naturally you lose a lot more when that happens. That's okay. We got money. We can't afford that. That's why you want to be careful with your battleships. They're too expensive to repair. But one more fleet over here. We're making good progress, damn it. Right, Northern Force moves in. Deals with this here stationary force. There should be no problem whatsoever. They'll start coming to us. We should be able to take them out at extreme long range. In fact, they'll be dead before the station even attacks us. Don't attack the station first, you stupid numpties. Go for the fleet. Oh, here we go. The Death Star has arrived. So, yeah, we can take out this world. And that should unleash these guys on the rest of the galaxy. Meanwhile, making good progress over here as well. Oh, and it's a lovely day as well. Nanite Actuators has now been reactivated. It's nice to have it back. And the Strategic Coordination Center is now fully operational. Level flipping 4. We pinned wings on the side of it just to make it go faster. Oh, you've gotta love that. And that means, as I'm not currently working on an actual megastructure over towards the ring world, let's get that working. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will admit, alloys bit on the low side. We will get working on that soon because overpopulation sooner or later is going to be a bit of an issue. I mean, I kind of shipped everyone over to Boundary, and I'm just desperately trying to, you know, create enough jobs for them right now, which is sort of working. And there we go, another flipping shielded world. Right, that's that taken care of. So you guys can now naff off and do your own thing. Though actually, I believe there's another one over. Yeah, there's another one right here, so we'll go and pacify that as well. But yeah, this is precisely what I was expecting to see. Immediately, the AI fleets are rapidly heading out in this direction. So they kind of get a bit stuck in infested worlds because they're not sure what to do with them. So that's a bit of an AI problem that could do with being fixed at some point. But once I get rid of the worlds for them, there's not actually any other worlds around here, so they might be able to deal with a whole bunch of Scourge stations by themselves. Oh, well, here's a turn up for the books. So, as it turns out, Corinth was just purged. They just successfully purged it through bombardment alone. I can't even remember what world it was. But yeah, if you just get devastation up to 100%, it just becomes a barren world. So, hang on. This world's still infested. Guys? Are you sure we're good? Okay, hopefully this will become a barren world at the beginning of next month. Because if it doesn't, they've left a bit prematurely. Well, it's still saying infested world, but the Scourge map colour seems to have naffed off, so job done, I guess. Hopefully we don't regret, like, you know, not properly cleaning up that place down the line. Alright, we've got eyes on a new fleet that just came from somewhere, and by the way, they're looking very, broken up right now, aren't they? 432,000, so a pretty strong one, all things considered, but heading straight towards Grekel, that's where we called they'd be appearing. Plenty of forces ready to meet them. Admittedly, a bit on the battered side, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a full loop with these guys, head down south in a second, and just rest them at Selnock for a second before we push on, because the armour is starting to get a bit on the battered side. Right, forces coming in. Everybody move in that direction, please. And yeah, these are one of the stronger ones. This isn't my best fleet. This is also a bit on the, yeah, the damage side. So, ideally, we'll finish these guys off sooner rather than later. Plenty of artillery. Oh, I just love watching them get flippin' shot down. That's nice. The little guys are dead. Screening force comes in. Oh, the screening force is so battered, by the way. The corvettes have taken so many flipping casualties, but they've kept so much alive. They'll have taken some real knocks during that one. That was, yeah, 18 corvettes dead right there. And even then, we lost a handful of battleships. So, this is not without loss. Most definitely it's not without loss. But, just keep on keeping on. Head south. You can chill out for a bit when you get back to Ospra. Or Diaphro, actually. Why did we never actually upgrade Diaphro? We should upgrade Diaphro. It's important. You may also notice the rest of the galaxies decided to show up and help, which is very welcome indeed, of course. Here we go, the little pirates down south, moving in, trying to make their own thing happen. They might struggle a bit, they didn't really bring enough on this occasion, but what I was wanting to happen has started to happen. Fleets are starting to move in and knock over systems all by themselves. If you're wondering who was smart enough to get the L space over at the actual core of the galaxy, by the way, it was partially the Cinemators, and partially the Bavia, who just kind of, stuck around here and grabbed all of this, which was very, very good indeed. So yeah, those guys now occupy the space around the L gate, so they're pretty much secure at this point. Though I think they've just spawned in a couple of new fleets, because I'm definitely seeing some strength showing up right now that I don't think was there previously. But just look at the amount of yellow on the map right now. I think these guys have got this, because right now I'm pulling back to Diaphro just to repair up the armor to make sure I don't take more and more losses and do a quick refresh of the troops because, hang on, can I even afford that right now? No, I've been taking some serious losses actually, but we should be okay. It's been more severe than it should be just because, yeah, as the army gets battered, there's more and more chance troops will die. And I do have no retreat protocol set, remember, so my troops physically can't jump out. They either win or they flipping die. Okay, one force over here is moving in... No, they're moving in this direction. Okay, they're staying out of the way of all of this business, and I can't blame them because, yeah, somewhere around here is the Awakened Ascendancy fleet. So those guys have got about 200,000 strength at this point. So, yeah, they give you a very good fight. Another fleet down south moving in this direction. Yeah, in the direction of the L gates. Just a tiny bit of space down over here. Then most of a blob up here. But yeah, we've actually cut the Scourge in two at this point. Those forces are now separated. And I believe, hang on, there is not a single planet that belongs to them down here. It's just star bases. Which means they can't actually bring in any reinforcements because their reinforcements spawn around infested worlds. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. This we can just pick apart at our leisure. And speaking of which, it looks like actually the AI's already been doing that. Over here, it's actually just... Oh, hang on, there is a planet. Sorry, I didn't realise there was a planet there. We'll go and take care of that in a minute. My world shielding device is just a bit busy for the moment, though it is doing its job pretty darn well. The downside is you are only allowed one of them. But yeah, I really wouldn't mind a second Colossus at this point. Here we go. These forces down south are moving in right now, and they seem a little bit... Yeah, they're tearing apart some of the Cap people. The Canvasim over here. So they're going down. They didn't do much. Yeah, unfortunately, most of the strength that used to be around here sort of moved up north. So, this fleet, that's fine. That's only a matter of time. This one down here, I might need to be the person to deal with that. So, I do have some forces nearby. I'll start moving them in the right direction. Oh, and a lovely touch from the Istrans here. Over at the black hole, the Eye of Hawking, they have actually built a fully equipped science nexus. So, the Eye of Hawking is possibly the biggest centre of science in the entire galaxy, after Vetin Vatara, of course. So, I know it's just a random coincidence, but it's a lovely one. Right, these forces seem to be in good shape. Let's send them back up north just to continue with, yeah, mopping up this business. Oh, this is convenient. That fleet down south is actually coming straight to me. So we will be ready to intercept that momentarily. Guys, move over here and open fire. In fact, from the sounds of it, some of you already have. Marvellous. Oh, you see, you didn't want to mess with this fleet. This is my best fleet. Right flipping here. So you guys are already, yep, mostly flipping dead, actually. Love it. Plenty of point defense cover and screening here as well. Beautiful. Now, there is another force up here, and actually, construction ships. Armies Infestus. Right. They're planning to push back down in this direction, I see. No, 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 no. None of that. And bold move from the Silicron. Up north, they're actually going in ahead with only 50,000 to try and take on this fleet right here. Now, depending on how much they've got in the way of artillery and long range, they might be able to do some damage, but no. They've not got much. They're relying on... Actually, that looks like that's proper artillery bombardment right there, but... Yeah, they're also trying to use, what is it, disruptors to bypass the armor. That's not gonna fly. No, 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 not a chance. Right, all forces moving over here. This looks like a good choke point. Oh yeah, this is a great choke point, actually. If we start sending, yeah, one fleet up in this direction, other fleet clearing up the north over here, that will just be beautiful. Oh, and hello there. Were you planning to infest one of these worlds? Because that is not going to work out for ya. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of corvettes. This fleet is definitely the stronger of the two. And it's picking up trades at the same time, which is great. Pretty sure you've just gone down. Right, you guys. Make your way over here, and then just start pushing up, please. There's a lot of stuff we can knock over, including... Oh, no. Oh, this is a sad one here. Vesta. I mean, we already had to deal with Ospera, of course, but... Rome. The original Rome. Gone. Oh, that's just so sad. I mean, the Romans, they just didn't have a good game. They just did not have a good game. Vassal of the Ducks, integrated, then flipping eaten. Okay, we've got a bit more spawning in here. There's a few more fleets. They just keep on coming. In fact, I'm pretty sure we might just have witnessed. Was that a new fleet that just spawned straight out of Vesta? Because I suspect it flipping was. But that's fine. That one, we can most definitely take care of. All forces gather right here on the edge of Vesta. Moving together. Deal with that. We've got another fleet over here. You guys have got... Ooh. You guys have got yourselves a little bit spread out, to be honest. Medusa's coming in. There's another force coming in over here. Yeah, 388. That's nothing major. One force over here just bumming about. But, honestly, nothing it can do. But, handful of constructors on the move. Right, they're planning to retake this territory. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen. Right, all forces, move in on Vesta. Take out that fleet. And no, for the last time, I'm not joining your stupid federation. Now, you guys all move in simultaneously. That's all good stuff right there. More flipping admirals. Lovely. And where did that force go? Aha. It was trying to flee north, but now it's being pulled towards us. So that should be nice and simple over there. Meanwhile, over here, we've got ourselves another fleet moving in. How much do we actually have there? That is... that's enough. Send in the corvettes too. Get the corvettes on the front line, please. That's your one flipping job. Right, sadly... I suspect we're going to be losing. Oh, the Titan was right on the front. Did we lose a Titan? No. But I bet there was some severe damage done there. Yeah, that Titan was barely holding on. Well done. Right, you guys, move straight on in this direction to Wiu. Catch those flipping constructors before they can start rebuilding anything, please. Nice thing about the Scourge, of course, catastrophically slow. Even their buildy ships only have 100 speed, so that's complete total garbage. We can catch that no problem whatsoever. Especially as, yeah, our screening fleet has a speed of 513. Well, that's just ludicrous. Okay, 370,000 and a bit battered from taking on some of the fleets that were around here but seem to have evacuated. This guy is coming up to meet me, I believe. Yep, he's heading straight at me. That's fine. Plenty of reinforcements piling in over here. Looks like everything they've got left is pretty much at the north right now. Everything else is looking pretty empty. I'm not seeing anything in this part of the world at all. So, yeah, this force around here can just basically stroll through and just knock out all of this. Right, in they come. These guys are already battered, so this one should be even easier than usual. And for dessert, construction ship over there. Absolutely. No, guys, where are you going? Guys, what are you doing? Right, they actually got pulled away by the construction ship, which is... Guys, what? Where are you going? Where is the screening force going? The screening force has naffed off and left my battleships right at the front. Fortunately, these guys were already pretty battered, but I'm guessing we still lost only one battleship, nothing too major. And a sad moment here as the Peace Star opens up above the ruins of Rome. Tragically, we will not even be able to study it in future because we have no choice but to shield it for the good of the universe. So, rest in peace, Romans. I hope you're happy on New Rome. I'm sorry about that time I accidentally unleashed genetic monstrosities on you. Ah, yes, and one very important moment nearby. There's a gateway over here. Now, if I were to go and take that gateway, no reason for me to actually, lock it down or occupy it myself. But if I just knock it out of the Scourge hands, everybody gets to use it. Meaning, yeah, there's a much better chance we'll get some help and reinforcements dealing with all this nonsense up here. There we go. This system is now officially unowned, and as a result of that, immediately the gateway is very, very useful indeed because my reinforcements start coming through. But So do the Bavia. Good. The AI's picked up precisely what I want it to do. Oh, and Rome. Rome. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. We cannot even scan it anymore. But, you know, it's see-through. We can probably go and, like, you know, have a little bit of a look-see at it. I'm sure it's fine. Also, thing I shouldn't forget, because it doesn't matter anymore, because, you know, the unbidden physically can't spawn, I do have a jump drive. So, I should use that on occasion, like with my Colossus, to just skip straight over to here, which will be very, very useful indeed, for getting me straight to this world that needs to be, you know, taken care of. So, how about, yeah, we just nip straight over there, then just knock out that planet, and then just warp away later if we need to. Marvellous. And just in case you completely forget jumping exists, because, yeah, with your fleets you don't want to do it because it cripples them. But a Colossus, it makes no difference whatsoever, so you may as well just use it to get it where it needs to be. Okay, I think the Scourge just received some reinforcement fleets, that's fine, more of them coming in right now, but we have got plenty of strength to deal with that. All forces move in this direction, please. Oh yeah, they are being very, very quickly shredded. That's no problem at all. Glad we caught them while they were fresh, in fact. You know what? I'd like to think that back on Snorf right now, Scourge flesh has just become, well, it was a delicacy, but then we just kind of flooded the market with it, so now it's just what everybody eats. You know, it's just good, cheap, wholesome food. Right, all forces, move in over here, please. Head down in this direction. I think we might be able to catch the other reinforcing fleet right this second. Just get in here, knock out the star base, kill them straight afterwards. So yeah, there we go. That, I believe, is all the reinforcements they're getting for 2 years, taken care of immediately. Love it. Now, based on the amount of visibility I've got, the positioning of my fleet, and shared visibility with Tabby and the Sithede, I would like to say this here is the only fleet that they've actually flipping got right now. This is now their last and only fleet, though they will be spawning some more up here sooner or later. And it seems to be heading straight at me. I think we might be about to finish off the last flipping fleet for now. Which, is that good enough for them to actually be done? I don't think so. I think you've got to clear out all the planets too. I'm not sure them having no fleets is enough, but it might be. It'd be hilarious if it was. I mean, potentially, we might be about to save the damn galaxy. Also, well done to the Justkins, who are currently moving in to just do a lot of good work, clearing out a whole bunch of star bases. Thanks to that lovely, lovely little gateway I set up for everybody, so they're taking advantage of that. Very, very good indeed. Also, some form of robot uprising has been put down because, yeah, on Grand Admiral, the uprisings are just not ready for how strong the actual empires are. Which feels a bit odd, because it feels like they should, like, you know, scale to the difficulty. But it kind of feels like that doesn't happen. Right, all forces stand by. We should be receiving a fleet from Fargis momentarily. Hyperlane signature detected. Weapons free. Off you flippin' go. Oh, this is going to be good. Please let this be the end, alright? If this would be the end right here, because they literally ran out of flipping broods, that'd be mag-flipping-nificent. And in comes the firepower. Screening force goes up front. Frame rate cannot flipping take it. In we go. Frontline gets absolutely eviscerated. Shooting down the missiles. In comes the next. And armor collapses. And they are just, well, they've been swarmed. We are now big enough, we've officially flipping swarmed the swarm. Sadly, that's not enough, but that's fine. At this point, they are on the ropes and they are not getting back up again. Also, I'm not sure how this happened, but the Sithede lost 2 systems, and a flipping Scourge constructor vessels managed to sneak in there. So they've actually got 2 extra systems right in the middle of Sithede space, because the Sithede are too busy hanging out with their Federation to bother protecting their own space, which is marvellous. Also, Spuxalax and Sidematus again. Yeah, the downside of the Scourge being defeated is bloody hell the border gore's going to be horrendous. Oh dear, the Istrans aren't having this. They are up for some revenge because, actually, the Istrans haven't lost too much against the Scourge. It was the 0 index they did catastrophically badly against. But these days they're looking good. So they are moving straight in over here. That base has already been knocked down. It's just a planet, actually, so we need to remember that's there over in Siplim. But yeah, this I think is not going to stand for too long. Because the Infinite Pond are moving in, the Kalika around here somewhere. Where are you guys? There's the Infinite Ponds fleet. Oh yeah, that's the Federation fleet. 84,000, that's no joke. And now we're starting to see it all across the galaxy. Everyone's jumping in because they've realised that the Scourge is vulnerable. So right now, that there is the Awakened Ascendancy, just using their high-tech battleships to bomb the hell out of this station that appears to be living basically right next to a pulsar. That's one hell of a view. In fact, actually, the pulsar is slightly inside the station. Beautiful. Situation log, over 4,000 of the Pretheran Scourge have been eliminated. The vessels consumed by the Scourge not going up anywhere near as fast. 17 worlds cleansed, just 4 remaining. And the Khan Vasim want some revenge. They're jumping in on top of that station too. That's doing some beautiful, beautiful work there. They're knocking that down. Awakened Ascendancy doing some work over here. It's just falling apart. It is falling apart all over the place for these guys. Oh, you know it's bad for the Scourge when they're being attacked from the flipping north. Poor old Tavi, who's just been chilling out, terrified about what's going to happen next. But Lux and Repose are still standing. They never made it any closer than 2 jumps away. So damn close. But the Tabbies have been saved. Hello there, I think you've just picked up your reinforcements for this 2 years. So, okay. Reinforcements coming in. Those guys are extremely conveniently located. Fall back to the sun, please. Take them out altogether. Those guys will go down no problem at all. Over here, meanwhile, we're just knocking down all of this. That's not an issue either. In this part of the world, you guys are just knocking down this base. I'm not sure whether you will or not, but at the bare minimum, you'll do some good damage to some armies, I'd say. They've got, yeah, plenty of point defense and flax. They can shoot down what's being fired at them, but they're just not having an impact on the armor, are they? I'm not sure how you spawned in precisely, because I swear there's no planets in this part of the world, but I think there must be, because maybe if they run low on planets, they're allowed to spawn from star bases. But yeah, there is something that just spawned down here. It's going to be a little bit annoying to deal with, to be honest. They're going to start knocking over the territory the Infinite Pond was taking. Okay, you guys, as soon as you've all dealt with this, then, yeah, knock them over. Now, all of you guys, as quick as you flippin' like, start heading down south. We need to intercept these bastards. Sadly, there's no faster way than just going directly, so that's a bit of a shame. I mean, rest of the galaxy. If anyone feels like stepping up and taking care of this by themselves, now would be an excellent time to do it. Oh my goodness, they held on long enough for reinforcements to show up, and now 46,000 from... hang on, where are you even from, by the way? You are the Starflock. Oh, that's the Spirans! That's the flipping Spirans! They have shown up to provide reinforcements. Oh yeah, that thing's going down. That thing's going down. There is a planet here, unfortunately. I was about to come in and intervene, but that's fine. Everything's under control. Planet Killer doing some good work over here. Everything's looking good. Oh yeah, they're getting desperate now. Their last new fleet is just basically trying to escort as many infestors as possible. The game knows they're running out of planets and is starting to panic on their behalf. And you know what? This is nice, because this means we actually get to launch our final attack on what may be the last ever Scourge fleet from Vesta. So this here, this is revenge for the Romans. Rest in peace, you magnificent bold bastards. Here we go, step 1. Yep, that's 3 dead infestors right there. So that's 3 worlds you won't be resettling anytime soon. Other than that, move over here. Yeah, 1 basic 388 fleet. We have been taking care of you lot for flipping decades. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy watching it happen, mind. I still very much enjoy watching it happen. Admittedly, my fleets are getting a bit battered and spread out at the minute. This is, yeah, a bit of a dodgy engagement, all things considered. We've definitely lost a lot here, but we do have enough artillery around the back. That was a really painful one, by the way. Yeah, Kraken got too close to the front. That was the problem. Oh, and Zarklan, I'm so sorry. Okay, so here's interesting. According to the situation log, there is 1 infested world remaining, and yet I've got eyes on 2 right now. Up here at the very north of the galaxy, where the megachurch used to be, I'm in the process of shielding this infected world of Nisa. Yet I know for a fact over here at Siplim, there is 1 actually here as well. That is most definitely an infested world. Alright, well, weapon is charged and firing on what might be the last infested world because the game seems to have miscounted. We might be about to win. I don't know. Or possibly the game will just change its mind and say, you know what, you were right, there was one more. Sorry, my bad. The world has been shielded. Well, I'm not seeing a pop-up saying, congratulations, you're the biggest damn hero who ever lived. Infested worlds 0. Okay. That's definitely not true. Alright, there's definitely one right here. Right, well luckily I do know where that is, so deploy the Peace Star in that direction. We're taking it down. Okay, weapon charging over Siplim. Over here, there's also one tiny bit of land over here. Hang on, before you go in that direction, go and just take care of this if you'd be so kind. Then there's like 3 bits of land over here, but definitely no planets there. And then a tiny bit down here that my forces are just moving through right now as reinforcements pile in. So, I think this might be the end, unless I have to mop up literally every sector. But after they've got no planets, I feel like that should be a lot. So in which case... Here we go, that weapon is firing right now. That should be the last world. They have got no more worlds right now. Unless, of course, I've missed one. I don't know if I've missed one. I don't think I've missed one. Right, guys, continue mopping up, please. We might need to remove literally every starbase. As we finish off the last few bits and pieces in this part of the world, I'm going to be honest at this point. I may have slightly forgotten something. A little bit of Scourge territory that I may have overlooked. The bit that, in fact, repeatedly keeps attacking Tiny Sands and still has 2 massive fleets and also all of their infrastructure. That's basically where they live now, yes. In fact, they're also just desperately colonizing literally everything they can over here. Right, we should probably go and deal with that. Okay, this area has been purged. There is still one tiny area there. Hippo has been deployed to take care of that. A single artillery fleet can handle that, no problem whatsoever. I believe that is this whole area cleared out. So everybody else, report to terminal egress. We'll launch our attack from L-space. As I believe the fastest way to attack these guys would be directly through... Okay, we're not the first people to give this a go. I mean... If the Mighty Ducks want to be the biggest damn heroes who ever lived, and just get in there and take out the Scourge before we can, they are more than welcome to. The Mighty Ducks can have the honour of winning 2 separate series of Stellaris, including one I wasn't playing as them. I am cool with that. I mean, even if they don't win, they have just killed constructors, infestors, things that would make the game drag on a bit longer, so they are doing a good job. Yeah, basically the Scourge managed to successfully hide, and when I say hide, you know, park directly north of my core empire, about 1.6 million strength. And I just didn't notice. Yeah, this is the good thing right here. Taramba is right next to an L gate, just 2 jumps away, though I'm not the only people thinking about this. By any chance of that? Oh, I thought you were going in with 142,000. Now that'd be damn solid. Oh, now this is fascinating. They have parked literally every single resource they've got left in Reshell, right by the wormhole, almost as if they were up for one final dramatic showdown, and I am happy to give it to them. Okay, it took a while to bring them all together, but everybody's here, chilling out all together in terminal egress in a giant space traffic jam. It kind of feels like, yeah, I've invented a new sort of megaship here. It's marvellous. Oh, that's just beautiful right there. Right, so this is literally everything. Everything I've got apart from the trade security fleet, because, you know, that just goes around doing its trade thing. But this is everything else, and reinforcements piling in too. So, okay, the following people are excused. The Death Star and the construction ship. You won't actually be needed for this business. Everybody else, get over to the L gate, please. You guys are going to be passing through to Taramba. Oh, that's a lot of ships on the move. Oh, this is going to be good. One final battle. All of me versus all of them. Okay, all forces, approach the wormhole. Alright, Godspeed, you magnificent bastards. Begin your attack run. And in comes literally all of the firepower in the cocking universe. So we're just going to be opening up on these bastards over here. Obviously they'll be coming in, but I think this is the first time in, I don't know, possibly ever, I have had the entire fleet in one location engaging in one battle, and it's gonna be a hell of a lot of firepower. I'll tell you that flippin' much. There will be losses. Absolutely. This will be the glorious final battle. But, okay, everyone appears to be swinging. Everyone's swinging north. Fire is divided between the station and fleet number 2. Corvettes doing their job right now. Army has been torn apart. Fleet number 1 and station is down. Artillery fleet's putting in some early hits over there. There's no cover in that direction, though. That fleet's been destroyed, and yes, you can have some money, whatever. And now, fire's coming down south. Artillery fleet on the left as you look at it right now. Corvettes swinging on the right. That is a lot of flipping cover. But there is a lot of point defense. There's a lot of flak. We should be able to shoot still down. That fleet on the right collapsing a little bit faster. Mainly the Corvettes converging in that direction. And looks to me like that is your flipping lot. Now, crucial question. This world appears to still be being colonized. So if I just bomb it and interrupt the colonization, I think that might mean this just basically gets called off, doesn't it? I mean, is colonization going down? Okay, colonization has disappeared. Possibly that was just a bug. I'm going to call in the salvation regardless. No, that did do the job. Reshell doesn't actually belong to them anymore. Okay, oh, you're summoning in reinforcements, are ya? No. It is too late. It is too late for that. All forces move in. Knock over Spirum because that world is also still being colonized. So we might be able to knock them out right now. In comes all of the ships in the world. Oh, that's a lot of firepower. Once again, some light knocks here, but shield fleet of the Corvette should be close by. So those guys have now fallen apart. And yeah, we are more comfortable fighting at range. So as soon as these guys are dead, I'll be much happier. That's just the little guys anyway. That's fine. Corvettes can handle that. No problem whatsoever. That fleet just, wow. That fleet just disintegrated. All forces down over here. Take care of the armies. Bombard this world before they're able to start colonizing it, and that might be a lot if it's planets that determine everything. Spirum is now unclaimed. Okay. It is not that, but oh! Hello. What do you guys want? You want to... Okay, I'm a bit busy. Obviously, the moment Reshell falls, everyone starts piling in and, you know, pretending they helped. They didn't, but whatever. And I believe the final honour is going to go to Strike Force Phoenix, who are taking on what I believe is now the last flipping Scourge station in the galaxy. Unless I've forgotten about one again, which, you know, is entirely feasible. That might well be what's going on here, but unless I've forgotten about one, this could be it. This could be the end. I mean, where else? Game. I'm pretty sure they're all dead, like, broadly. Aren't they all? Is there one there? Is there actually one? Hang on, what's... Everybody get over there. I've no idea why the ducks didn't take care of this, by the way. It is literally 2 jumps away from their flipping capital. Alright, I think Cerberus was there first. Yep, Cerberus first, Styx close behind. Well done, guys. You've been with us since the flipping beginning. And now, the Infestors will go down in seconds. There we flipping go. There we go. Armor falls apart. Some reinforcements are coming in from somewhere. Is that... Oh, flip, is that... Oh my goodness! Was that actually flipping... I think Zarklan's first pilgrims just landed the final blow in a system 2 jumps away from the capital of the brightest quack, where my Stellaris adventure actually began, so... oh my goodness, and yes indeed, we're such bloody xenophiles. My response to their eventual destruction is tragic in a way. They were a unique form of life, and bloody hell, I've actually done it, so that's not going to sink in for a while, actually. I just want you to know, I started this series as like a bit of a joke. I thought, you know what, it'll get to part 3, it'll be really funny. 18 parts later, having turned every slider up to maximum, having created something I assumed was impossible, I've flipping done it. I've just flipping done it. We've done it, but I'm still not joining your stupid federation. And naturally, of course, that means one thing in particular. With that threat dealt with, we are going to immediately decommission the Colossus. Goodbye, you've served us well, but we just don't need a Death Star anymore. We're just not that sort of people. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as our fleets converge on Snorf, our run comes to an end. But let us take a moment to remember those who did not survive. Because as some horrendous border gore starts to spread over here, yep, Tenants of Tabby looking pretty good. Already starting to expand back into that territory. Good job there, Tabby. So, honestly, she didn't contribute much to the war at all. But Lux never fell. And bear in mind, this whole time over on Repose, we have actually had a massive branch office generating huge amounts of money, including, if I recall correctly, didn't we set up the... No, we used to have a retreat there, so we could go and pet Tabby. But in the end, we actually tore it down to build more mercenary liaison officers because we were getting a bit on the desperate side. So, you know, that's understandable under the circumstances. You know what? Screw it. We're going to take that down right now and put the executive retreat back up again. So, in just 200 days, we can all go on holiday to Repose and pet the Tabbies, and it's going to be marvellous. The Infinite Pond have also survived, though their empire is, yeah, all over the flipping place right now, just because they got a bit battered. But they survived, and again, battered but alive is the Ahmed Syndicate. The Romans, however, not so lucky. Though in some ways, of course, many Romans did survive. Some actually moved to my empire as refugees. Many moved within the Infinite Pond. So Romans as a people are definitely still around. But tragically, yes, Vesta was lost, as was the entire Roman Empire. Very, very sad indeed. But the people they were integrated into the Infinite Pond may well reclaim some of their former systems. So in spirit, they live on. Unfortunately, on the other hand, there are people who will not live on. Like, yeah, I think there was a mega church up here somewhere, and also some xenophobic peacock dicks. So, screw those guys, I didn't like them that much. But other than that, having just taken on, yeah, an extremely early 5x crisis as strong as it can go, the galaxy's looking pretty much intact, all things considered. Like, you know, plenty of empires down this end of the world. They probably didn't even realise anything was going on. That was just something that was happening over there that didn't even seem to be a particularly major concern. So, yeah, I will say, I'm bloody impressed with myself. Sorry, but I really, really flipping am. This is also just the weirdest empire I've ever had in this game. So yeah, we've got our core empire. Tiny bit of land we took off the fallen xenophobe empire. These guys work for us. I think there's a tiny bit of... Yeah, tiny empire over here also works for us. Marvellous. 95 people on that planet. So that's not nothing. That does generate a decent amount of money in taxes and branch office. A little bit of mining space over here and more over here that we just didn't bother selling back to the Istrans because, yeah, it was pretty valuable stuff. Then, of course, we've got our science centre over here. Vet Inventar. We need to look in on these bastards because... look at that. This planet generates like 500 physics, 500 social, and 500 engineering. That's huge. That is more than the science megastructure can produce. That is just ludicrous on toast. Loshix, of course, the north. No one cares about Loshix. And then, yeah, this brand new little bit of territory I've taken over here. Selnoka, we need to build a statue in Selnok. Diafaru, that we did eventually take, marvellous, and a bit of land up north that we can't expand any further until we do a little bit of scanning. And Terminal Egress together with Tadaska, so we actually have a total monopoly on nanites in the galaxy. Other people grabbed other little bits and pieces. I believe that was, yes, Buxalax, Spirans, and the Awakened Empire. But honestly, the other sectors were kind of trash for the most part, so I'm pretty happy to have just locked down the nanites together with the L-Gate and the Gateway. And, yeah, other than that, everyone's pretty much just doing their own thing. A lot of federations in this game. There are actually, yeah, like 4 different significant federations, and I think they never actually went to war, because they were just too busy working together against the external alien threat, and before that, against the Zero Index. So, basically, this galaxy came together in common cause, in a great big friendship, and, oh, this has been a great game. Bloody hell, what a game of Stellaris. I mean, just look at Snorf here. We've got gateways, we've got the Strategic Coordination Center, we've got the Galactic Market Station, we've got... How many worlds are actually settled here? Like 6 or so worlds settled, which is just, quite frankly, bloody ludicrous. We've got Snorf itself, which generates, actually, not that much in the way of money, because don't forget, over here... in, yes, the Great Ring of Snorf, 1,684 flipping trade value. That is just absolutely ludicrous, and I believe it's all actually making it home safely, because, yeah, if you've got a fully set up station, I don't think piracy can happen. So just because I had to centralise all of my stations in my core empire when the Scourge were getting a bit close, yeah, that's all making it home to Snorf, as is huge amounts from all over the galaxy through the gateway network, which is, that just looks really cool. All the trade just piling into Snorf. That's magnificent. But yeah, it does amuse me that the ring world is actually generating more trade value than literally every world in the capital combined. That's great. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is your lot. The end of Stellaris, the supposedly impossible run that turned out to be possible, which is just utterly ridiculous, but here we flipping are. This has been a great run. I've loved this run. This has actually been one of my favourite series I've ever put together. I've had such a lovely time playing it. As for what's next, by the way, at the time of recording, I don't have my hands on the Outer Worlds. Hopefully, by the time you see this, I will. So as a result of that, what we're probably going to do for like a little bit of time is just play a lot of the Outer Worlds. Alright, but once we're done with that, as I mentioned in the coming attractions video, I think it's time for the return of Crusader Kings 2. As we now know, Crusader Kings 3 is coming very, very soon indeed, sometime in 2020. Yeah, I think it's time for us to get one great big Crusader Kings 2 playthrough done before that comes out, just to refresh my memory, and because, you know, it's one of my favourite games ever now. It's just absolutely wonderful. So, Outer Worlds, Crusader Kings 2, and of course, Stellaris. Bit more Stellaris coming up too. Whole bunch of expansions and diddly-diddly-dee. Don't know when we're going to get to a new series in Stellaris, but at the bare minimum, I will of course be featuring all new expansions as they come out. Hopefully, you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Stellaris, The Possible Run. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This is the face of death, okay? This is what my sudden death looks like. Do not engage before we arrive. Do not engage. What are you doing? I specifically said don't. Oh, no.
No, John.
Oh, he likes that. The Romans touched me.